NBA sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. There's Mooney with another catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Faking the give. Now Watson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Chargers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Herbert. And he floated one out there, incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And Cook has it, left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Herbert. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. From the end zone, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. But Deshaun Watson, when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football. But that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. And last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Flushed out right. toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st and 10, Watson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage. 2nd down and 3. Off of play action, it's Watson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Houston. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Barkley. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Texans go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly. Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow. Yeah, will they make up for it? Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Play action. It's Herbert. It's complete to Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too. Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Herbert. Caught by Allen. And he's got room. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big game that time for the Chargers. This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Texans' 2-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Gabe Neighbors, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Yeah, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Levante David in on the tackle.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Watson's throw taken in here by Fuller. They'll run on first down. Barkley, absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Watson off play action. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And the clock reads 30 seconds to go, so really not a whole lot of time to speak of. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing, because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. Going deep here for Allen. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they tie it on the last play of the second quarter. Now the PAT will give them the lead.
Yeah, and how about that extra little jolt that they'll feel when the ball goes through the post? Carry that to the locker room with them and feel like, okay, we've got something good going here now, guys.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third.
These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for L.A. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And this is Cook with the grab. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now Herbert off the bootleg, steps away. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the interception, here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. It's Barkley on the counter, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
On first down, Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He was brought down by Eric Harris.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Rolling to his left. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And that was the old QB one-man band play there in the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Draw play, it's Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. It was Jamel Dean who came up to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Herbert going to throw. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Throwing, Herbert. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Herbert. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. One last throw here for Herbert. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. No flags. And there may be a play away from winning the football game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before.